like if someone comes to our house, we are so good about that. And I feel that Korean people are also like that.
Yeah, we have
So I
that
felt
compassion.
Compassion, like becoming your person, right? So in the beginning, it felt like a totally different thing. But after I got along with them, I became friends with them. I had reasons to stay in Korea after that. Yeah.
So
became warm.
Yeah,
for me.
became
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, it was just very unfamiliar,
Yes.
strange, and you
Yeah.
couldn't really eat as
Yes.
well. But slowly, day by day, everything around you started becoming the reason to stay longer.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Right.
Well, now that you've stayed here for 17 years, Benny, one of our listeners, is
Yes.
curious. What is your favorite K-food now? You eat
K-food?
K-food, right?
I have so many favorite K-food. So when I go to business trip to other countries, when I came, like after a week, I start missing Korean food.
Oh,
So when I arrive at Incheon airport, the first thing I do is to find bibimbap
oh, really?
and then jimdak. These foods, like I love, well, other countries' foods as well, but I don't know why. First thing I do, I really find bibimbap to eat, especially dolsot bibimbap, you know? That's my favorite.
Okay, in the hot pot.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay. Oh my gosh. So you're a true Korean now. It's amazing how environments shape humans like this and you
Exactly.
adapt to your
Exactly.
environment and surroundings. All right. And we saw a picture, I think, of your daughter in one of the
Yeah,
photos
yeah.
earlier. You got married back in 2014, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I got married, it's already 11 years, right?
Yeah.
I got married when I was very young. So you can see my daughter over there. She's 4 years old.
4 years old.
Yeah. And the thing is, I really want her to grow as a multicultural person who loves and understands these two cultures equally.
Ah, okay.
So I am teaching her Azerbaijani language, English, and Korean at
Oh,
the same
wow.
time. So, and I'm so happy that she's so open-minded.
Really? Just
She's
like you.
accepting, yeah, she's accepting all this three beauty of the cultures.
Oh.
So become as a multicultural leader in the future. Yeah, to make her become a multicultural leader is my goal in life.
Oh, that is really sweet. And it's possible because you're teaching her to become a person like that and you have that experience yourself.
Yeah, she's like singing Azerbaijani anthem.
Really?
Yeah, and she speaks Azerbaijani to grandmother and grandfather every day. So I think it's possible.
Okay. And your husband is Korean,
Yeah,
right?
he's Korean.
Okay. And does your daughter speak Korean to him?
Yeah, she speaks Korean to him, but my husband also loves my country. He's so
that's
proud
good.
of Azerbaijan. He
That's
always
great.
talks about Azerbaijan everywhere he goes. So our family is like really a small multicultural society. Yeah.
Definitely is. Well, now let's take a look at your graph that
Yeah.
you've drawn for us.
Yeah.
Can you please explain what your life graph looks like from the beginning in chronological order?
Okay, you can see zero. This point is the hardship,
Okay.
and up there is success point. So you can see when I was born, and you can see 4, right? When I was 4 years old, there was so many hardships in
War.
my life because there was a war in my country, Azerbaijan, and we became like we lost everything because of the war. We couldn't take anything from our house, and my mom hold my hand and my sister's hand, and our father, he drew a big truck together with other people. He helped other people to escape as well. So in that truck, we escaped our region, and we went to Baku. That's the capital city of Azerbaijan.
Okay.
That period was like hell. So I put here
Yeah.
when I was 4 years old.
You were only 4, just like your
Yeah,
daughter right
yeah.
now. Yeah.
But you know, if some trauma happens to a person, doesn't matter how young you are, you remember that.
So true.
I don't know if my daughter is going to remember any of these things we are doing. I hope there's no any trauma in her life that not remembering is a good thing.
Yeah,
you know?
that
but
is.
when I was 4 years old, I remember what we did at the time. Yeah. So at 4, we lost our place and we went to Baku. We lived in there. You can see until 17 years old. I lived like normal life, but
It's going up and up.
yeah, at 17, I got accepted to the university and I got accepted to the Korean government scholarship
Yeah.
student. That's the changing point of my life.
Ooh,
Everything has changed from that time. This period was like studying, trying to do something to build the future.
Right.
Because living in the refugee camps, it was really hard. But when I got this acceptance to the university and the scholarship program, I thought that now life has changed. Everything has changed. It truly was. So after that time, you can see this period is down. Why? Hardships in Korea because of the culture, no bread. Right, exactly. No bread and language barrier. These kind of things had like a hard time in here. But from 20 to 25, you can see it was like middle, trying hard to learn Korean language to get adjusted to this society. That's why I draw it like this. And then at 31, I get this hard time again. So at that time was Corona, COVID. And at that time, I gave birth.
That's when you gave birth.
Exactly. But my mom and dad, no one could come.
Oh, no.
Because of, regulations. They couldn't enter. My mom had to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks, you know. I could not let her stay in a hotel without knowing any language or culture about Korea, right?
Exactly.
So this time was very, very lonely for me. But thanks to God, there's my husband. He stood next to me and he helped me all the way. But after that, you can see I built my business.
Yeah.
And then everything's going fine now.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a life so far. And definitely when you were 17, that was a transitional point or a life-changing moment for you coming to Korea, although there were some downs right after you came here. All right, well, but when you decided to come to Korea, I mean, your parents would have said no because they don't know about the country that well, like you said earlier. But nevertheless, you came here. But what are their reactions like now?
Now I am living in Korea,
Yeah.
and they say that that's the best decision you have made.
Really?
Yeah. They have been to Korea in our wedding, so they loved Korea. My mom says, "Oh, I am so happy that you did that.
Oh, okay.
Even though living far away from your child is." It's a really difficult thing to do, but she's happy for me, and she's always applauding me for all the things I do in Korea. Like whenever I go on news or have something, like successful thing, I share it with her. She's so proud. That's why it makes me making your parent feel proud is a very important thing in life.
Yeah.
As a first child, I think I am doing that, and I feel so happy about that.
Oh, you're the first child, and you have a younger sister then.
I have 4 others.
4 others.
4 siblings. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
After the war ended, I had 2 sisters. And 2 brothers. So we are 5 now.
You're 5 now.
Yeah, I'm the biggest one. Yeah.
Oh, you're like now, in Korea, we say K-장녀 to the first child. I'm a K-장녀 too, so I can relate.
Yeah. How many siblings
2
do you have?
siblings.
2 siblings.
Yeah, but you have double that number.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
But I'm happy because my parents have more children. They can focus on them.
Oh, yeah.
They're not missing me.
Yeah, they're not.
Much, right?
I'm sure they are missing you, but not as much.
All
right. Well, you're a daughter to your mother, but now you have your own daughter, right? How's that like, living as a mother in Korea? And what does your life look like before you had a daughter and after you got a child?
Well, at first I was very worried, and I really didn't want to have a child because I thought that is a lot of responsibility. And I thought, I'm child myself. How can I raise a child, you know? But after having a child and all the success stories in my life after I came to Korea, you can see that all happened after I had a child.
Aww.
Well, I tried a lot during these years, but all the peak moments came after my daughter. Why? Because motherhood pushes you to work hard, to pursue the things in life, to become more fearless in life. Because becoming a mother is really a hard thing to do itself. So I would do anything for my child, so to make her proud.
Oh, just like you did to your mom.
Yeah,
like she was proud of you as well. Yeah, I think people with children around me, they have that sort of super mom power.
Exactly.
They would do anything as a mom for their child. And I can feel that from you as well.
Yeah, that's the point Azerbaijan and Korean moms have in common. So Azerbaijan moms, they are so powerful, just like Korean moms.
I see.
We lived during the war, right? All the moms, Azerbaijani moms, they made Azerbaijan the country it's today. So just like Korean moms.
Yeah.
That's why. And I grew up in Korea, you know.
Exactly.
That's how I learned in Korea.
Yeah, to become sort of a Korean mom as well, though you're from Azerbaijan.
Exactly.
Well, it's already time to wrap up the show, unfortunately. We have so much more to talk about.
Exactly,
But it was really exciting to have you here in Culture Crunch. But I wonder, what are some of your goals in the near future for yourself or for your company, Korever Company?
I think my goal is to continue the things I'm doing now. And for my company, I want to expand it to other areas as well and become a K-bridge between Korea and the world. Really, a platform where I'm really connecting these countries through like without risks. Like we have to do it without risk. It's very important. Like minimalizing the. But there's not such a thing as a without risk. But minimalizing the risk and helping these countries to understand each other. It's very important for me.
Continuing that work and that great purpose. And one last question. Here's an official question. What do you think Korea means to you in one word?
Korea means a second home to me.
Oh, okay.
You know, thanks to Korea, I became a student. I became a mom in Korea. And I'm pursuing my dream in Korea. So I couldn't ask for more, you know. That's why I'm always thankful for Korea. And whatever I do with the government, all the things, there's this reason because Korea helped me to change my life, right? You see?
Exactly. That really is a life-changing moment, like I said. You become a student, a career woman, and a mom, and a wife, and you built your own multicultural family.
Happy family.
Happy family. And you're going to be continuing to help all the foreigners out there living in Korea to adjust better to the country. And one of our listeners, Leon, is tuning in, saying, wishing you all the success, Rahil.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you.
I'm sure many of our listeners today, Crunchers, were able to relate to you because we have a lot of foreigners tuning in. And to anyone who's thinking of coming to Korea, there you are. Rahil could be your guide.
Exactly. You can find me.
You can find her. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Well, it was such an inspiring and warm 1 hour with you, although it went by so quickly.
I cannot believe it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll have to wrap up right there. That was Rahil Amadova. And we'll leave you to our last song. It's 오르막길 Uphill Road by Yoon Jong-shin featuring 정인. Bye-bye. Keep crunching.
Bye-bye.
숨기 사라질 거야 가파른 이 길을 좀 봐 그래 오르기 전에 미소를 기억해 두자 오랫동안 못 볼지 몰라 완만했던 우리가 지나온 길에 달콤한 사랑의 향기 이제 끈적이는 땀 거칠게 내쉬는 숨이 우리 유일한 대화일지 몰라 한 걸음 이제 한 걸음일 뿐 아직 한 적 끝은 보지만 평온했던 길처럼 계속 나를 바라봐줘 그러면 견디겠어 사랑해 이 길 함께 가는 그대 굳이 고된 나를 택한 그대여 가끔 바람이 불 때만 저 먼 풍경을 바라봐 올라온 만큼 아름다운 우리 길 기억해 혹시 우리 손 놓쳐도 절대 당황하고 헤매지 마요 더 이상 오를 곳 없는 그곳은 넓지 않아서 우린 결국엔 만나요 오른다면 한 걸음 이제 한 걸음일 뿐 아직 한 적 끝은 보지만 평온했던 길처럼 계속 나를 바라봐줘 그러면 견디겠어 사랑의 길 함께 가는 그대여 굳이 고된 나를 택한 그대여 가끔 바람이 불 때만 저 먼 풍경을 바라봐 올라온 만큼 아름다운 우리 길 기억해 혹시 우리 손 놓쳐도 절대 당황하고 헤매지 마요 더 이상 오를 곳 없는 그곳은 넓지 않아서 우린 결국엔 만나 크게 소리쳐
자연으로 다시 돌아간다.
이게 그 신발이구나.
100% 생분해야 되는 신발입니다.
야, 너무 신기하다. 엄마 커즈 검증 타임. Let's go.
저기 걸으면 이렇게 압력이 나올 거예요. 그래서 실제로 얼마만큼의 힘이 들어가고 스트레스를 몸에서 받는지도 다 측정을 하는 것이죠. 그래프를 보시면 달리기를 하고 근육의 활성도가 피로도가 왔기 때문에 떨어졌고 이제 리커버리 신발을 신고 휴식을 취하고 난 뒤에 데이터를 보시면 짧은 시간 안에 근육 활성도가 현저히 증가한 것을 확인하실 수 있습니다. 그럼 결론적으로는 피로도가 리커버리 되었다.
Officially certified by the American Orthopedic Association and attracting global investors left and right. Finalists at the world's largest outdoor trade fair. How about a fast post-run recovery?
Introducing Korean broadcast content that you won't be able to stop watching. For weary modern souls, Dr. Romantic, the quirky genius doctor of Buldam Hospital, prescribes heartwarming tales of humanity. A couple together for 7 years sees their rose-tinted glasses shatter. Can they keep their relationship alive? Discover the raw stories of youth, work, and love. Beyond what social media can show, experience the vibrant Korea through its hidden gems. Mama, the ultimate K-pop festival for global fans. Find your star in a feast of trendy music and electrifying performances. Now, the whole world enjoys it together.
Knock knock! The magical door to the world of K-animation is swinging wide open. Meet your instant new BFF, the adorable Catch. Tina Ping will have you hooked from the very first glance. Need a hand? Our Robocar Poli Rescue team is always zooming in to save the day. How about tagging along on Pinkfong and Pal's super exciting quest to reclaim their lost magic? With the mysterious life forms Kabion by your side, you can become a Kabion master and save humanity like the total hero. Protecting children's innocence while igniting their boundless imaginations. That's the magic of Korean animation. K-animation, the ultimate bestie for kids worldwide.
Busan, Lair of the Peak.
Hello and thanks for joining us on Arirang News. It's Suneung Day here in South Korea, where high school seniors and graduates take the country's annual college entrance exam. The test is well underway now and will last until nearly 6 p.m. today. For more on this, we have our reporter An Seong-jin live via one of the test sites in Seoul. So, Seong-jin, what was it like there this morning?
Well, Indy, according to the Suneung timetable right now, students inside should be heading into lunchtime. But between our arrival of 7 a.m. and a little bit past 8 a.m., since the exam has started, we have seen students stream in, being cheered by others who are holding up signs like, "You can do your best" or "Good luck." Now, we have seen that luckily the weather isn't too cold, as normally temperatures drop around Suneung Day. For many students here in South Korea, having a good score in Suneung is something that they strive for, as it could determine their next step. Now, this year we saw 550,000 students taking the test at nearly 1,300 test centers across the nation.
I hope I get everything correct, even the things I don't know.
I feel nervous just coming here to cheer for them, so I can't imagine what it's like for them. I hope that when I take the exam, I'll also have a good result.
I came to cheer for the seniors, and since I also have 2 years left, I also plan to study hard and hope for good results.
Now, as you heard, the number of test takers for this year is the highest in 7 years. The number of those retaking the exam has slightly decreased, though, partly due to the reversal of plans to expand the medical school quota. Test takers had to enter the site by 8:10 a.m. The Suneung normally lasts for 8 hours, but depending on the number of elective subjects, some students can end up taking the exam for more than 9 hours. Starting off with Korean language, the exam continues through with math, English, and elective subjects.
Right, and Seong-jin, as you mentioned, because the Suneung is such an important test for Korean students, what kind of measures are in place?
Right now, several measures have been put in place for a stable running of the exam. Now, on the test day, some government offices and some companies have pushed back their start time to 10 a.m. Local police officers have also been maintaining order around the testing site and transporting those takers in need. Now, more than 10,000 police officers, including traffic police, and around 2,200 patrol cars have been deployed around test sites nationwide to ensure a smooth and stable testing environment. Particular caution will be taken during the English listening section, which will be held from a little past 1 p.m. till 1:30 in about an hour. Authorities have requested adjustments to flight schedules so that aircraft do not take off or land during this period. Construction and military training exercises that could generate loud noise will also be suspended. Now that's all I have for now. Back to you, Indy.
All right, that was our An Sung-jin live at a testing site here in Seoul. Meanwhile, the U.S. federal government is ending its record-breaking shutdown as President Donald Trump is poised to sign the Congress-approved funding bill that reopens agencies after the longest-ever closure of government, 43 days. For more on this, we have our correspondent Oh Suneung on the line for us. Suneung, it looks like President Trump was poised to seal the deal before we began our newscast, right?
That's right, Indy. So it looks like there's now a bit of a delay. So President Donald Trump was set to sign into law the compromise bill approved by Congress on restoring federal services initially around 15 minutes ago at 9:45 p.m. on Wednesday in Washington, D.C. But we're still waiting for confirmation that he has. And, of course, we're expecting live images to come through when he does so. The House of Representatives convened for the first time in over a month on Wednesday to vote on the short-term funding plan that was endorsed by the Senate this Monday. And amid ongoing bipartisan clashes, the House finally passed the bill with a 222 to 209 vote. Now, this is going to keep the federal government running through January 30th next year and restore the full-year funding for Veterans Affairs and military construction, as well as safeguard the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or food stamps, through September next year. Now, this is going to effectively end 6 weeks of federal government shutdown, which is, as you said, the longest in U.S. history.
Right, and Suneung, so what can we expect to see in the coming hours or once morning breaks across the United States?
Well, after President Trump signs the bill, agencies can reopen within hours, and hundreds of thousands of federal employees are going to go back to work and receive full back pay, with officers across the nation from the IRS to national parks restarting their operations. Air traffic control staffing and transportation safety should return to full capacity, easing delays seen in recent weeks. But this still is a short-term fix, not a resolution, as partisan divisions remain, with most Democrats remaining opposed to the bill. Of course, the biggest point of contention has been the Republicans' exclusion of healthcare subsidies, which Democrats insist must be extended by the end of the year. One Democrat said that the fight is not over.
We will continue to fight to lower the high cost of living. House Democrats will continue to fight to address the health care crisis that Republicans have created. And House Democrats will continue to fight to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits for tens of millions of Americans. This fight is not over. We're just getting started.
While Republicans continue to blame Democrats for the shutdown's fallout.
Absolutely no question in anybody's mind now that the Democrats were responsible for this. Openly admitted. They openly admitted, many of them said it in their own words, that they used the American people as leverage in this political game.
With the standoff expected to stretch on, the short-term funding bill tonight will buy time until January 30th, but Congress will face again yet another funding deadline. So observers say that if negotiations stall again, then the risk of another shutdown early next year remains very much alive. Back to you, Nuri.
All right, Suneung, thank you for the updates. Do keep us posted. And over in North Korea, latest satellite imagery shows the regime appears to be preparing for another major military parade, possibly to mark the upcoming 9th Party Congress next year. Our Lee Seung-jae has more.
New satellite imagery suggests North Korea is preparing for another large military parade ahead of the upcoming 9th Party Congress. NK Pro analysts say hundreds of troop transport trucks have appeared at the Medium Parade training base in southeast Pyongyang. The base features a full-scale replica of Kim Il-sung Square, where troops rehearse for major national events. Imagery from analytics firm Planet Labs show the trucks beginning to arrive between November 4th and 5th, then steadily increasing until the latest image on November 11th revealed several hundred vehicles. In recent years, trucks have only gathered at Medium in the weeks or months leading up to a parade. This year, vehicles began arriving in June to support more than 3 months of rehearsals for the October 10th parade. But their reappearance just a couple of weeks later strongly suggests preparations for a new event. The timing points to the 9th Party Congress. Pyongyang is expected to use the gathering to review its weapons development goals from the last 5 years and to unveil a new set of arms production plans. A military parade will give the country another chance to showcase new systems, especially after revealing only a limited lineup of nuclear missiles and delivery platforms at last month's event. North Korea held its 8th Party Congress in January 2021. That Congress lasted from January 5th to January 12th, and a military parade followed on January 14th. The Workers' Party has already said it plans to hold an end-of-year plenum in mid-December, raising the possibility that it could repeat the previous schedule and convene the Congress in January. For now, state media continues to mention the 9th Party Congress, but has not announced a firm start date. Satellite imagery, however, strongly indicates that preparations for a major parade are already underway. 이승재, Arirang News.
Meanwhile, South Korea's Foreign Minister Cho Hyun and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio have discussed the pending Korea-U.S. joint fact sheet as they met on the sidelines of the G7 Foreign Ministers gathering in Canada. The fact sheet, a document outlining follow-up measures from the 2 summits between Presidents Lee Jae-myung and Donald Trump, has been held up for more than 2 weeks. According to Seoul's Foreign Ministry, Cho asked for Rubio's cooperation to ensure its swift release, stressing that it would help both sides turn the summit agreements into concrete action. Rubio said he would work closely with relevant U.S. departments to ensure its early publication. Separately, Cho met with Canadian Foreign Minister Anita Anand to express Korea's interest in contributing to a Canadian submarine project and wider defense cooperation. Cho also held talks with the foreign ministers of Brazil, Mexico, Germany, and the European Union. U.S. FBI Director Kash Patel has said Beijing will now designate all 13 fentanyl precursor chemicals and place 7 chemical subsidiaries under new restrictions. Now, the announcement was made at a White House briefing on Wednesday, where Patel said the move effectively shuts down what he called the pipeline that fuels fentanyl production and is used by Mexican trafficking groups. Fentanyl has been linked to thousands of American overdose deaths each year. The United States has also listed China as a major source of illicit drug ingredients. And on the science front, the 4th launch of South Korea's homegrown space rocket Nuri is set for November 27th. Final safety checks are underway as this will be the rocket's first nighttime liftoff. Our Tae-Yoon reports.
The next-generation medium-sized satellite number 3 is the main payload of South Korea's domestically developed Nuri space launch vehicle. The satellite will carry out missions related to measurements of the Earth's aurora and magnetic field. The satellite is set to be put into a sun-synchronous orbit about 600 kilometers above the Earth for the aurora observations. Due to the launch site and Earth's rotation, the optimal sun-synchronous orbit launch time is around 1 a.m. The authorities have designated a launch window between 12:54 a.m. and 1:14 a.m. on November 27th from the Naro Space Center in Goheung, Jeollanam-do Province. The exact time will be determined the day before the launch. The space rocket's payload weight has been increased from 180 kilometers to over 500 kilometers, as other smaller satellites for diverse missions will also be carried. The handling of the hydrazine fuel processing, usually for medium-sized satellites or larger, will be independently handled by domestic teams without foreign assistance. The rocket will also carry 12 smaller microsatellites, all produced by domestic researchers and private companies. Compared to the third launch, the total weight has almost doubled, and the targeted altitude for release is 600 kilometers. The head of the Space Launch Vehicle Research Directorate at the Korea Aerospace Research Institute, Han Young-min, shared an update on the ongoing final preparations during an online event Tuesday hosted by the Korea Science Journalists Association. The attention is high on whether the fourth launch of space rocket Nuri will succeed. 차윤경, Arirang News.
Korea's biggest game exhibition, G-Star, kicked off today in Busan, drawing game lovers from across the country to check out the latest products and upcoming releases. Our Suneung tells us more.
From Thursday, Busan transforms into a global hub for the gaming industry. G-Star 2025 kicks off for a 4-day run under the slogan, Expand Your Horizons, bringing together the world's top developers and publishers. South Korea's leading studios, including NCSoft, Netmarble, and Gravity, will headline the main exhibition hall. Main sponsor NCSoft will take center stage with its upcoming title, Ion 2, and other new global releases, while Netmarble presents fresh games like Solo Leveling Karma and Soul Enchant. The second exhibition hall will feature a global zone with major international players such as Bandai Namco Entertainment and Blizzard. Valve, the developer of Steam Deck, is also returning for this year's Indie Showcase 2.0 Galaxy. Beyond the exhibition floor, the G-Con International Game Conference will explore storytelling and narrative across games, films, and comics, featuring industry icons such as Dragon Quest creator Yuji Horii, Nier Automata director Yoko Taro, and film director Byun Sung-hyun. According to Busan city officials, this year's G-Star will move beyond a festival format to become a global business platform that supports local developers' international reach and strengthens Korea's gaming ecosystem. Traffic around Bexco will be partially restricted during the event for safety and crowd control. G-Star 2025 runs through Sunday, showcasing the future of gaming from Busan to the world. Hyunyoung, Arirang News.
This is The World Now, bringing you everything you need to know from around the globe. Starting in the United States, where Democrats on the House Oversight Committee have released emails from Jeffrey Epstein's estate that reference former President Donald Trump. The documents, made public on Wednesday, include a 2019 email in which Epstein wrote to a journalist that Trump knew about the girls. In another email, Epstein told Ghislaine Maxwell that a victim had spent hours at his house with Trump. The White House later put out a statement saying the redacted name in that email was that of Virginia Giuffre, and that she had repeatedly said Trump was not involved in any wrongdoing. Republicans on the committee said Democrats selectively cherry-picked the leaked material to smear the president. The Republicans then released 23,000 pages of documents from Epstein's estate. Trump has repeatedly denied knowledge of Epstein's criminal activities and has said he ended contact years before Epstein's 2019 death while awaiting trial. In Peru, at least 37 people have been killed after a bus collided with another vehicle and plunged about 200 meters into a ravine early on Wednesday. Officials said the crash happened on a stretch of the Pan American Highway in southern Peru after the bus hit a pickup truck and went off the road. Local authorities report 36 people died at the scene and one later died in hospital. At least 25 others, including minors, are being treated for injuries. The bus was carrying around 60 passengers and was traveling toward the city of Arequipa. Police have detained that pickup truck driver, and an investigation is underway to determine the cause of the crash. French lawmakers have voted to suspend President Emmanuel Macron's pension reform, a key concession tied to the country's ongoing budget battles. Parliament approved the suspension on Wednesday with 255 votes in favor and 146 against. This freezes the plan to raise the minimum retirement age and comes as France debates next year's budget. The change still requires a final vote on the broader Social Security bill before it takes effect. The suspension was offered to win support from a pivotal bloc as the government works to pass its budget and manage France's large deficit. Cristiano Ronaldo said in a CNN interview on Tuesday that the 2026 World Cup will definitely be his final appearance at the tournament. The 40-year-old footballer told CNN he expects the 2026 event to be his last major international competition. He said he has spent 25 years in the sport and that he is enjoying the moment, adding that retirement will come, quote, soon. Ronaldo is the all-time leading scorer in men's international football and the only male player to score in 5 World Cups. The 2026 tournament kicks off on June 11th in the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Cho Hyun, Arirang News.
Today is the big day in Korea. The 2026 college entrance exam Suneung is taking place. Students headed to the test centers didn't have to deal with major cold weather this morning, and highs will also rise rapidly to 17 degrees Celsius here in the capital. And even when they get out of the centers after the test, they won't shiver heading back home. However, ultrafine dust concentration will be high today in many parts of Korea due to the dusty air carried by northwesterly winds. And this afternoon, most regions will see highs in the upper teens under brighter skies. But heads up, traffic will be extremely congested from late this afternoon as the parents of test takers will pick up their kids, with restaurants also set to be busy this evening. So plan accordingly for your day. After fine autumn weather, Sunday's rain will bring wintry air to the country early next week, repeating our recent Monday chill again next week. Seoul wakes up to 1 degree on Monday, but minus 3 degrees Celsius next Tuesday.
And that's all we have for today's noon edition of Arirang News. Thank you for watching. We'll be back at 5 p.m. Korea time. Stay tuned.
Busan, lair of the peak.
That all the meals here serve as a foundation of its practices.